My name is Rachel Ho and I'm a ceramicist. I work mostly in porcelain. My work explores aspects of the human condition such as grief and healing and loss and renewal. Where I find inspiration in my work, I usually start from an idea or a concept. So usually bearing witness to someone's journey, maybe through a really difficult time. And my work is, I feel like a visual poem in response to that. And I think that is one of the powers of the art, that it can give some of your deepest pain form and texture and colour. And it has the capacity to capture our pain but deliver us from it. And that delivery is simply by saying, I acknowledge it, I see it. There's a technique that has probably inspired my work for the past 5 years called kintsugi. And it's an ancient Japanese technique of mending broken pottery with gold. And as a result, the pots become more beautiful and more precious. And there's a real philosophical and spiritual weight to that technique, that the brokenness in our lives does not devalue us. In fact, it has the potential to do the opposite. I started this project maybe 10 years ago, and it sat in a shoebox collecting dust in my studio. And then I decided to unpack it and develop this work. And as I was doing so, the whole country was thrust into lockdown. And I started just continue to make these envelopes, and they became, in a way, the lockdown envelopes. They became to represent not just my story, but all our stories, our collective story. So the words spoken through a screen, the words written in an email, people started to take up letter writing again and exchanging cards between grandparents and grandchildren, and suddenly these words from our loved ones became a balm in these new worlds of separation. Or the envelopes are embossed with a poem by Emily Dickinson, which is "Hope is a thing of feathers that perches in the soul and sings a tune without the words and never stops at all." And in that sense, I guess this is how this piece is exploring something different, that if we didn't know before lockdown that we belong to one another, we sure do now.